Welcome back. It is time for Between the Fine. We get to check in with Haley of Beausoleil Books. I'm so excited because you always bring some great reads for us to kick off our month.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I love it. And so today is March 1st, which marks the first day of Women's History Month.
Yes.
So I brought some kind of women's history sort of themed books for us for this round. We're going to start off with our book du mois for this, which is Cassandra Speaks by Elizabeth Lesser. This is a non-fiction essay memoir sort of book where she asks the questions, how would history be different if the voices we heard were from women?
That's interesting.
So like, you know, if Eve told you about the apple, right? If Cassandra, the titular character, right, who spoke in prophecy, if she was believed, right? And how our cultural and like history would shift.
That's a perfect
if the story
book for
changed.
this month.
Yeah, we're really excited about it for the discussion. Then I brought the book of the month, did their book of the year, and it is Abby Jimenez's Yours Truly.
What's this book about?
So this is a contemporary like romance. She is a doctor and her life is falling apart. Her brother has an illness where he needs a kidney and she's not a match. And then there's this other doctor that's newly hired and they hate each other. And then he writes her a letter. And then it's sort of semi-epistolary, which I love. And it's just kind of she's getting divorced. It's the changing relationship dynamic. It's just a really wonderful, heartfelt read.
I love this. And let's go on to this one. We have a little bit less than 2 minutes.
So Kristen Hannon is, she wrote The Nightingale. This is her newest book, The Women. It is about like a coming of age story for a young nurse during the Vietnam War.
Oh, wow.
And then what also happens after she comes back.
Yeah.
So that's where this one is. One of my absolute favorite books is Lessons in Chemistry by Bonnie Garmis. It's now also a show. I forget where, but the book is phenomenal. It also takes place during the 1950s, 1960s. She is a chemist. And it's kind of her basically making her mark in STEM as a woman when everyone assumes she's a secretary and not a scientist.
I love that.
And then she becomes a TV cook. Like
really?
She like a la Julia Childs, and
I love this.
It's wonderful.
Sounds like a great read. What about these two on the end?
All right, so I have been currently binging Evie Dunmore and her Portrait of a Scotsman. So this is her League of Extraordinary Women series. This is the third book in the series. And it's all about the suffragette movement in England. And I thought it was a perfect little tidbit for Women's History Month. It's if you like history along with your handsome Scottish heroes.
That's the book for you.
This is the book for you.
And then this one is actually a book of poems.
It is. It is a book of poetry by the actress Megan Fox. It's very good. It's very illuminating. And it's a nice little bite-sized book of poetry. It's Pretty Boys Are Poisonous, and I just really love it.
I love all the books that you brought. You always bring a great selection. We have another segment with Haley coming up, but let's check in with Michael Crowley. Welcome back. It's time for another round of Between the Vine with Haley of Beausoleil Books. I'm so excited. Okay, what do we got this time?
Okay, so we did a little bit of a swap out for more of some new releases and some mystery books. First off, we have Bride by Allie Hazelwood. Now, she normally writes women in STEM kind of contemporary romance, but she decided to branch out into monsters. We have vampires, we have werewolves, we have arranged marriages, and it is blowing up on TikTok.
Nice.
And and it's very fun. It is a romp for this wintry sort of weather we have coming back.
I mean, hey, it's perfect. A perfect read for that. What about this one over here?
And so next we have The Fury by Alex Michaelides. I always say his name wrong. And this is it's a fantastic mystery. I don't want to give too much away or talk too much about it, but it is very twisty, very turny. And if you like a plot twist that you will never see
like
coming,
the perfect book.
This is the book for you.
And what about this one?
Okay, so the end of the story is another mystery. So
Okay.
this one is about a reclusive mystery writer who sends a message out to individuals, basically that saying he's going to die.
Oh.
And if you were a fan of Knives Out,
Okay.
and you like the sort of family drama, whodunit, like how done it
Yeah.
sort of thing, then you will really, really love
Totally pick up that
end
book
of the
then.
story.
And then this one I mentioned, it's a movie, right?
Yes, so it was very weird because the book came out at the same time the movie came out.
Okay.
Like it.
It's usually the opposite.
It's usually the book comes out first and then the movie is done, but this one was snapped up by the publisher and the screenplay writer at the same time, and it's got Henry Cavill stars in it.
Okay.
And you have, again, it's about a writer, and she writes these books about this secret agent, like Argyle, and then stuff starts happening in her real life. So it's kind of like what's fiction,
what's real.
Yes.
I love this. We have about less than a minute. Let's talk about this one.
And these are a stack of really great new YA releases. This is Lore of the Wilds. It's a debut author. I love it. The back says an abandoned library with a deadly enchantment, a fey lord who will do anything to get in, and a brave human woman who is a collector of stories who's willing to risk it all for a taste of knowledge and power.
This. And if you guys, I want to talk about this for a second too. If you want to pick up a book that you don't really judge the cover of, you guys do blind dates.
Yes, we do blind dates with books where we will give you a little bit of a blurb on what the book is about. This is 1930 Chicago, a prima ballerina, a mysterious patron, beauty and darkness and light. And then you can sort of take it home and be surprised. Some of them actually have gift cards in them.
Oh, wow.
As well.
I love that. And we are out of time, but where are you guys located?
So we are located at 302A Jefferson Street downtown. You can find us at beausoleilbooks.com, on Twitter, on Twitter, barely, on Instagram.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
And we'll put all that too on our website, klaf.com. We love having you, giving us all kinds of great books to read. We'll be right back after this, guys.